Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's chat real quick. So, yesterday, I found the Buff Dude's video on putting on an extra 100 pounds for a week, and he only made it 3 days. Now, a lot of people my size, I am 5'11. Last time I weighed myself, I was 370. And I'm a big guy, you know? But I see videos like those, and I know people tend to get super defensive. Super defensive super quickly. But I didn't. I know he was trying to make a point on how much weight that we put on ourselves during our lives. And in the end, it is also more of a commentary on what people in general do to themselves. Because Rich Piana always said it best. Your body doesn't care, doesn't know the difference between 100 pounds of fat and 100 pounds of muscle. But if we're also being honest about that to the T, most likely if you're a big guy like me, your unhealthy habits are a little bit more hardcore than somebody who's been lifting and drinking protein shakes for 20 years, you know? So, I think in the end that when we take a look at ourselves, or we take a look at somebody who's making a commentary about how we live, it can be scary. I mean, I've been putting in, work here and there to try and live healthier for now, better part of decade and a half, when I started to take things seriously. And after I got cat scratch fever and was put on the shelf, things were okay for a little while. My body's not the same. Even, I think, 6-7 years later now? After that, my body's still not the same. I mean, when I started to make, the gym comebacks and whatnot, like, I would get tired quicker. It seemed like everything was operating at half speed for a long time, and then when I was trying to go harder in the gym, the doctor was like, hey, wait a second, back it down. For over a year, I was put on a limitation of an hour a day at the gym. And I used to do 3 hours a day minimum. I do multiple rounds of cardio, and also I'd be going heavy on my lifts. And it just felt like I was backpedaling. And mentally, you take a hit when things like that happen. It is not it's not a situation where you mentally feel well. And then you slide back into other habits. I mean, hell, I'm trying to drop drinking pop again, and unfortunately, it's the most readily available form of caffeine I have. It's harder to jump off of that. But I'm making progress, So when we have to face our habits, and we have to face things that we do, it's hard. It's hard to tell yourself the truth as it pertains to how you live. So many people want to try to gloss over things as it pertains to their health and their lifestyle. When I was younger and I didn't care, it was so much easier to just say, oh, whatever, you gotta die someday, right? Which, as you get older, takes on a little bit of a different meaning. And I mean, I just hit 41 this year. I'll be honest with you, there was a point where I didn't think I was going to make it to 25 because of the lifestyle that I had. Like, just drink whatever I wanted to, eat whatever I wanted to, damn the consequences, whatever happens, happens. And just turned 41, you know? Perspective is something that I think so many of us need as it pertains to our lifestyle and our health, but we refuse to pull back the curtain and grab it. And videos like what the Buff Dudes had give us a little bit of that perspective, whether you want it or not. Because they mentioned how, like, people would do videos with fat suits, and Tyra Banks did the fat suit video, and whatever, and we'll all kind of chuckle and put it on the back burner. But we also ignore that. The Buff Dudes video wasn't about making a social commentary. It was about showing you what one guy went through 3 days, because he didn't make it a week. And I think videos like that are important to show us that your body is, I know it's cliche at this point, we're how many years in, but you only get one body and you only get one shot, right? And I don't care if I get knocked off the horse 100 times, I'm getting back on 101. It is not a question for me of when I jump back on, or if, but when. It's honestly not even a question of when, because it's going to happen. It has to happen. Like, if I make it to, 60, 70, 80, I'll still be attempting to do the things that I do now. Whether I'm this same weight or smaller, or God forbid it doesn't happen, larger. And weirdly enough, the past couple years have actually kind of, like, I was on this steady upward trend for about a good 10, 15 years, even with working out regularly and watching what I ate. Now it seems like I'm kind of at this weird stasis point, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. But I want to say, like, I'm actually going to tag the Buff Dudes in this video or whatnot, and just say, thank you for making a video like that. A lot of us won't say thank you because we'll find that video to be insulting, and you don't know what it's like to be a person of 300 plus pounds. And okay, well, we gotta tear that type of mentality down, in my opinion. We can sit here and be insulted all we want, but that doesn't help us in the end. That doesn't help our journey to try to be healthier. That doesn't help our want or ability to live a healthier lifestyle. We just sit here and whine and complain. The only thing that's going to help us to live a healthier lifestyle is to gather the tools, take advice, and put in the work to do it. I don't care who you are. Arnold didn't become Arnold because he sat at home in Austria going, I wish one day I could be a great bodybuilder. But I am so weak and scrawny, I don't know what to do. It's the same thing here. We'll sit here and cry about how hard it is, but how many of us will truly put in the work to do it? So, once again, thank you guys for doing that video. And let's keep putting out that truth. Because in the end, there is only the truth.